Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and we're going to be talking about the new summary for the 6.5 anniversary on the JP version, of course. Thought this was global, you're in the wrong place. That's tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about the JP side, and Tollinton is getting another item to help him out because he needs all the help he can get. So, shout out to everybody in my Discord who does all this stuff. Shout out to that. So, he gets an accessory for only him. 55 attack, 35 defense, that's not too bad. 100% MP, so you'll almost never run out of MP anymore because that's a lot. 100% TDH, very good. And a 6 turn cooldown, AoE and Peril Earth by 160% and also 89% defense break. And he gets 100 times mod buff, which only has a 2-turn downtime. I think this is the one that makes him finally decent. Still, there's not a lot of people who like to use axes. Maybe you could figure out a way to use axes, but I still don't think there's really a reason to use axes. But that's a really strong ability there. Another 12 arms takedown. And it's gonna be a spirit race. I'm assuming this is gonna be built towards Titus and Jet. We'll find out. And unfortunately, I think I hyped this up a little bit, but the Ring of Dominion is really not hyped up at all. It just gives 20%, 25% all killer. Nothing really special there, guys. Kind of disappointing, kind of let down. Hopefully there's a +2, +3, and +4. Because keep in mind, now hold on a minute. You might be saying 25% killers is really good, and it is in a way, but keep in mind, guys, you gotta spend a lot of time and effort to get this ring, guys. If you're a new player and you've never even seen this ring before, you gotta spend a lot of time and resources to get this ring. It's so rare that almost no one has it still, I'm pretty sure, and if you do have it, you already know how hard it is to get this. So to do all that and all you get is 25% killers, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the time and effort. It doesn't give any flat stats and nothing like that, so it's just not that amazing. New Vision Kimori, he'll be a physical and magical DPS role. I'm kind of surprised that they gave him a bit the base and not Waka, perhaps? I mean, I guess he just got a New Vision Awakening. I was kind of expecting someone else, but here we are with Kimori. I'm not sad about it. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised. So this TMR is really not that amazing, and you want to know why that's not that amazing? Because he's not premium. He is just a regular New Vision unit. So his TMR is, I mean, at least it has some magic percentage on it, because sometimes maybe some mages struggle with that. I just don't think it's that amazing. If it had 80% attack and magic, then we would be talking, because that would be helpful as your secondary DPS to get somewhere, but it only has magic on it, sadly. The STMR seems to be in the reverse, where it has more attack on it. And also it's unstackable. It increases modifiers of certain ability by 50 times, and also increases jump damage by 100%. Quite good. It's quite good STMR to have. We need to know more information on that unstackable and modifier increase ability thing, but that's pretty good. SLB, AoE, light, and peril. Oh, light. Light, no, we don't like that. We don't like that around here. We don't like light around here, guys. No light. So, pretty standard, 350 times, which is kind of surprising that he would even get that high. Pretty good. Self-water imbue, we like the water part. Self-water imbue and jump 150 times. You can increase his modifiers. He sounds like just a copy and paste of Kane in a way, where he's two different elements. I'm sure he'll have a brave shift form. So there's that. Except he has a little tiny bit over Kane where if you get him to EX2, he has 100% all killers. So he could have that a little edge over Kane, for example. And also it seems like he gets an increased modifier by 80 times if you go to... I'm not sure if I like that too much. The Omni Killer thing was a nice bonus if you go to EX2. But if you're putting tiny modifiers behind it, I'm not sure about that, guys. And then EX3, the standard. And the vision card is nothing really interesting. I mean, the TDH is okay, I guess, but nothing really that interesting to look at all that much. And surprisingly, not Orin. And who else? The regular Yuna. It's Yuna Leska, who, if you've been on the channel for a while, you kind of know about Yuna Leska. My channel at this point, I pulled a whole lot of her. It's kind of like a joke at this point. The original Tidus pulls back in the day. Yeah, that was definitely something, guys. So I'm sure I have quite a bit of her laying around somewhere, and so is really interesting because she has a 270 times mod, and I'm assuming this is 27 hits because that's a really strong modifier for a evoker. She has some self mods and some flat magic and stuff like that, so pretty good. And you know, the standard. And this is what I wanted to talk about the most. So I can finally name her. It's no longer being ignored. Riku is finally getting an upgrade. One side is free, the other side is gonna be crowned. Let's talk about it. Also, Mellow is getting an upgrade as well. So we'll talk about Mellow as well. So her LB is now giving 30k HP barrier on the regular LB, by the way. 30k HP barrier, which is insane. And 50% general mitigation. Also 12 LB fill, and also HP regen. Hopefully the HP regen is good. And here's the really insane part. Other than 300 times modifier hit chaining, chaining LB, SLB, 50k HP barrier. Now I'm really interested in seeing if that SLB will be able to survive the death machine, or whatever it's going to be called on global, the next 12 man that's going to 12 arms, whatever you want to call it, 12 takedown thing on global. I'm really interested in seeing if that's going to be good enough. The general mitigation unfortunately did not get raised, but 20 LB fill and HP regen. Hopefully the HP regen is good, but those HP barriers already are insane, guys. That is crazy. 50k HP barrier. Now imagine this being on a tank. And he already has like 40, on average nowadays we can get 40-50k HP on a tank if you try hard enough, and you put this on that tank. Oh my god, that's insane. So yeah, that's crazy. The normal attack I wish was a little better, but we need more information. I'm not gonna judge this just yet. I'm not gonna judge this because of how Orin's was. They gave him a normal attack and they gave him modifiers and stuff, so I'm not going to judge this just yet. 2000 attack is quite good, but she doesn't really need attack because she's really not. I mean, maybe now she'll be doing damage because of the SLB 300 times modifier is nothing to scoff at in terms of being a chainer. So we'll see. But already, just based on the HP barriers alone, now she's a unit. I can say that much. She's now finally a unit, guys. Anyways, let's go into Mellow. Base LB form. He can get some modifiers up and has a self-store cast up to max 500%. Oh, that's quite good. After 3 turns, cast self LB mods up by 150 times 2 for 2 turns, sorry, and another self-store. Get some LB changes, some LB damage passives, and also some flat magic. And in its rave shift form, you get some other things as well. So we'll have to wait for the rest of that. And when maintenance comes around, I'll probably talk about both of them in a separate video. And Final Fantasy X is getting a Vision World, which is very, very amazing. Except for the unamazing thing, I don't know if it's going to be here or not, but it's pretty funny. So ranking one prize is 10k lapis as usual. Vision World hat plus 4 and has Undead and Spirit Killer unrestricted. And the HP is not too bad either. there's some items in here, and here's the funny part, is they just reuse the same sprites that we have already seen. Every single sprite that is currently on the screen here has been used in one way or another, so it's pretty funny that they wouldn't make something new. They would just reuse everything. That's really interesting. And then they reuse another boss that we've already fought before, but there is a Yuna STMR upgrade to +1 in this Chronicle Battle EX trial thing, which is interesting. And now the summon, the ability that when you equip Yuna's STMR, and now it goes from 30 times to 80 times, which is an insane amount of difference. Unfortunately, the rest is the same. I was hoping either LB damage increase to 100%, because we have 100% LB damage materials now on units that will be coming in the future, and I was hoping for a 250 attack increase from 500 to 275, or 500 to 750. Sorry, I was hoping for that. It didn't happen, unfortunately. So it is what it is. And now there's something called Dramatic Battle, which is just like fighting bosses of the past, I guess. They didn't really, apparently they didn't go much into detail on that, but there will be a Dramatic Battle, but it's only for a few days, so that's a yikes. So make sure you get on that, I suppose. And Ultimate Regina is going to be a unit. Originally, people thought that she was going to be free. She is not free, but she does come with a celebration of giving you Lapis. I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do, for sure. And there was also some confusion on, because they're rerunning a story event. So yeah, here's the story. Remember back in the day when they reran Hayo's event and they got flack for that, and now they're just rerunning story events now? I think this is the second one they've done recently. And people were confused because they thought that these things were Regina's TMR and STMR, but no, these are just things that were already in the game, and they're nothing special at all. So not even going to talk about them. And there's a 10 New Vision pull on the 22nd of April, free. And there's still, I don't believe we went over it, but there was also extension of the free 10 pulls per day. And I think at this point, guys, I think at this point they should just do that permanently. They should just do 10 pulls per day permanently, because of how hard it is to get new visions. I think that should just be permanently 10 pulls per day. And I think the global side kind of understands that too. But anyways, that's a lot of new visions. Hopefully we do not get any clouds, we do not get any rains, we do not get any Eris or Gabronths. Maybe Gabronth. I mean, Gabronth is pretty good now, but that's beside the point. We want some new stuff. Hopefully we can get some new stuff in here. I am personally hoping I can get Kimono Dark Fina, so I can finally make that Dark Rain video that I've been wanting to make. I have a lot of shards for her in savings, but I've yet to pull for her. I pulled on her entire step up, got 0 for her. Anyways, enough of that guys. So I'm really hyped for Riku. I'm pretty hyped for Regina because it's been a long time, and Suda is doing some good stuff, guys. Suda is going in. I'm thinking Suda is really going in and saying, hey, we need to go back to these pulls. A lot of these units are winning pulls, but we're not doing anything with them. So I'm thinking that Suda is definitely listening to us a lot more. There's more free pulls than there's ever been. When Hirano was in charge, there's a lot more free pulls than there has ever been on the JB version. I wish that some of the step-ups were adjusted to be more generous. But with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. And once again, shout out to everybody in my Discord. If you're not in my Discord already, then you are a square, and why haven't you joined yet? Link is in the description down below. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.